Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you to Look PLL. A PLL is the last stage of the CFOP method, in which we use one algorithm to solve the entire top layer of the cube. Now that is 21 cases and 21 different algorithms. So if you are new to CFOP, we can do what's called to Look, where we use one algorithm to solve all the corners, and then we use one algorithm to solve all the edges. Now there are 2 cases for the corners, and there are 4 cases for the edges. And if you don't know cube notation, go check out my to Look OLL video. I did go over cube notation at the beginning of that video. I will put the link in the description for you. Otherwise, let's get to it. So starting off with the corners only cases, what we're looking for is any corners that match. So these 2 here, the 2 green corners, they match. On the other case here, we have no corners that are matching. Okay, so we'll start off with the case where no corners are matching, and you want to do this following algorithm. F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. And there we have only the edges to go. Okay, so on the case where we've got the headlights, we want to hold those in the left hand, and we want to do this following algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And going around the cube, we have only the edges left. With the edges only cases, there are 4 cases. There is 2 where we have 4 edges that need cycling, such as these 2. So these 2 are opposites. And for this one, they are adjacent. Starting with the case where they are adjacent, holding them so one is in the right and one is in the front, which puts the other 2 in the back and the left, you want to do this following algorithm. M prime, U prime. M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2. And that solves all the edges. In this case, just need to align the top layer there to solve the cube. Now in the case where they are opposite each other, such as this, you can either hold it this way, doesn't matter. We're all going to be cycling the edges. We're going to do this following algorithm. M2, U prime, M2, U2, M2, U prime, M2. That solves the cube. And the final 2 cases of to Look PLL is where we have one side of the cube completely solved and we have 3 edges left to cycle. We have one case where we need to cycle them anti-clockwise, so green needs to go to here, orange to here, blue to here. And with this one, it needs to go clockwise, blue over to here, orange to here, green to here. So starting with the anti-clockwise cycle, holding it so the solved side is in the back, you'll do the following algorithm. M2, U, M, U2, M prime, U, M2. And that solves the cube. With the other case, holding it again so the solved side is in the back. M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, M2. Just quickly, I'm going to show you one more algorithm for when you've got one side solved in the back. And this is for if you plan on learning 4x4 or bigger, because you don't want to be doing M slices with multiple layers. It's not a lot of fun. So starting with the case where we need to go clockwise, I'm going to do this following algorithm. R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime. And with the case where we need to move this one over here, R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. You can use either of those cases for 3x3 as well. I personally prefer the M slices. I just can execute it much quicker than I can doing the RU moves. I'll leave that up to you to decide which one you want to learn, but I'll definitely recommend learning the RU ones, particularly if you're going to learn 4x4 or bigger. If you don't have no plans on that, well then stick with the M slicers. As I said, much faster for me personally. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care.